It's time to go beyond Plus Ultra for Boku no Hero Academia.
I'd say minus Art Lou, but I'm disappointedly going to say that it's not here anymore.
Yep, this arc has officially ended with this episode, and after
I think the
today,
next episode. I don't know. I don't know if the next episode is technically part of this arc or not, or if that's the official start of epilogue or not.
that is the official start of epilogue. I checked.
Okay. Okay.
Well, actually, I double checked after watching this episode. I think I checked at the beginning of this, like a few weeks ago, to see like what chapter number it ended, to go, okay, like about where will the arcs fall, and will we have 11 episodes or more?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy,
I gotta
this
say,
episode.
I'm disappointed by it.
You
This isn't a part I had been spoiled on. I'm disappointed by it.
you expected it to be a little bit longer?
I expected this to be at least 2 more episodes.
Hmm.
It feels too fast for what we're dealing with.
I'm not too sure if I 100% agree with you or not.
I mean, the feeling is it's supposed to be this built-up thing of, oh man, the One for All is in charge, or All for One is in charge again, and he's got control of that body that he's been wanting for fucking ages. Oh man, it's gonna be bad. And then he's beaten in a single episode. It feels too fast. It feels like there should have been more. Like, it feels like the struggle against this guy that has been the bane for fucking, like, generations of people just suddenly got taken down way too fast, right? Like, I'm expecting more of an internal struggle. I'm expecting, like, between, like, the vestiges of Shigaraki and shit. I'm expecting a Deku vestige that should be in there that isn't, I'm expecting something that could have gone really, really interesting in how how it happens. Like,
And I completely understand your point on that.
Speaking of Deku vestige, this is something I brought up to you, like off mic after our prior episode, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking there would be, hey, wait, we forgot about a thing. There should be no longer 8 vestiges, but 9 in there. But no, that doesn't get to happen, right?
Yeah.
I am expecting, right, if not a reformed Shigaraki by the end of this, one that dies in a similar way that he does here, but like having at least done a little something to fix what he fucked up, right? Like realizing, at the very least, realizing how fucked up his worldview was and why it was. But no, we don't get any of that the kind of closure you're expecting, or at least that I expected. What we get was a guy whose life had been fucking twisted to hell and back around another person's thumb, being like, yeah, I tried to destroy everything, man, all the way till the end. No realization or real acceptance of my life has literally been a lie. What was I this entire time?
Yeah. Thinking about it, that would have been good if we would have like another 2 chapters, just like with a little. Maybe during the epilogue arc, we might have just a little bit of closure on Shigaraki.
I don't see how. Like, the only thing I can see getting closure on are, like, the leftovers of the League of Villains. Like, it looks like the next episode's gonna be more focused on Todoroki and probably what's left of Dabi.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's all I can see at this point, is the living members of the League of Villains getting some kind of closure for themselves. That's it. As for anything involving Shigaraki, outside of that, no, I can't imagine. They're all fucking dead now. Like, hell, one of the things they also mention in here, right? And I know we're like completely sprinting past like the whole let's go over the episode situation, but like the other thing they bring up in here that I don't understand is the oh yeah, your body has to be ready to handle one for all. And if it's not, your fucking limbs are going to explode. And I'm sitting here like, but Shigaraki's body was like fucking super engineered to be able to handle all of the other quirks he got. Why is one for all any different in this aspect? Like you don't he fucking all for one would have planned for that like idea. I don't believe that part. I don't believe he wouldn't have like souped up the body to be able to handle the stress of like what one for all would be.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe this is the part that everyone was disappointed by. Had heard a completely different thing. Maybe I am incorrect on that, but I believe it's in the epilogue somewhere. But thinking of this fight feels disappointing. There were so many other ways this could have gone down instead of just, oh, I'm crumbling now because of the one punch. And then the second punch.
Maybe Horikoshi isn't that good at writing endings? I don't.
I'll give him that. There's a struggle of that for all authors. Naruto's a great example of that. But like at least we didn't talk no jutsu our way out of this one. Even though it really felt like he was trying to at the very end there with his fucking monologue. It's like, oh, I can understand you. And it's like, really?
I don't know how Bleach ended, but I thought I heard that ending was not that good.
Well, that one arguably was rushed by the Shonen Jump editors. They were like, get done in a month and you're out of here. Like, at least from the manga's perspective. I'm not sure how they're handling the this arc in the anime. I haven't kept up with it. I assume that since they decided to bring it back after so many years, that it is getting like the treatment it should have gotten in the manga.
So is Taito, I think his name is he like saying like, okay, this is how I wanted to end it if it wasn't too rushed?
I haven't been keeping track, I don't know, but I assume that they don't want the ending to be as poorly received as the manga was. So he's probably got his cliff notes of where he was taking things.
The only thing I know about the ending is the final chapter is a time jump like at least 20 years in the future, and we find out that Ichigo's kid and Rukia's kid are both Solar Reapers.
I don't know if it's 20 years ahead. I want to say 10, but it could be, maybe. They don't look that old. Like, Ichigo doesn't look 38. He looks like he's... I'm guessing Ichigo's 18, but he's probably like 16. Either way, he doesn't look mid-30s. He looks like late 20s at most.
Okay, then maybe the kid is younger than I remember.
I think they're like 6.
Oh, I thought they were like 10, 11, so...
No, I think they're like 7 or 6, somewhere in there. I don't think they're quite that old.
Oh, okay, so...
Like double digits.
That's the part I'm probably misremembering. Okay.
All of the fights that they were in the middle of just got completely cut short. Because like all the captains are supposed to be fighting other characters and just, oh, well, all right, we're wrapping this up. So quick, oh, they did a special move and it's over.
10 minutes in and we're finally getting to discuss the episode.
Oh, we were just hosting the episode the whole time until we got onto a bleach train, really.
But we haven't really been discussing it in order. We've been discussing, like...
Overall disappointments that I have? Yes, I agree.
So yeah, Class 1A is here to back Deku up.
It's not just Class 1A. B is here and whoever else, survived.
And like,
fight.
Some of the teachers and other pro heroes.
Yeah, some of the teachers, Class B, other pro heroes. The one dude who's like, "Oh man, just give me my thing. I'll get back in there." From the escapee center.
Hmm. And um, Deku was reversed to right before he lost his arms.
Well, they don't know that for sure, but that's the assumption. Like it
So,
wasn't far
hmm
because they don't know exactly how long his arms had been gone. But like either way, the vast majority of his Shigaraki fight, the damage is still there. Is the point? At minimum, the point where he gets blown into the mountain is all still there.
yeah. And all for one is slightly broken that Yoichi is not there anymore. He's like, without my brother, I'm kind of pointless now.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, it's kind of an empty victory, I guess. The hollow victory is the idea.
Hmm.
His excuse for why he wasn't beaten is because, oh well, when he launched all of the quirks at me, all of the vestiges, when Yuichi shattered, I was in a place where the emotional shit couldn't hit me. Arguably, I guess shock would be the term to pick here.
And much like All for One for All in the beginning of the series, Deku still has the embers.
Still got the embers of all for one or one for all. So he's still got a little bit like the basic embers is the way I took it. I wasn't sure if he still had like the leftovers of the vestige quirks, but I guess not. He
I
just has
think
the power saving stuff.
I think it was the third movie, which the movies may or may not be canon because I think her name is Rebecca, who was in the second movie. She's been popping up in the final arc in the background, like cheering and whatnot. But
I
I
think that also happened here when we got a couple of flashes to other people, like the guy that says "Good luck, go do your best, hero" or whatever. I think
mhm.
they're all movie characters.
um small spoiler for the third movie, which may or may not be canon. I heard that Deku transferred all one for all to Bakugo.
I was talking about this before. Also, if
So
that's the case, like, well, it was only from what I remember, it was only a brief and temporary thing. For like a handful of like an hour or something, at probably at most, before it would have come back.
yeah, like I didn't pay much attention to it because it's a movie, it may not be canon, and since I didn't see it, I didn't really know completely the scenario of what happened.
I'm taking a wild guess here because otherwise, you would think if it's going to be in the canon, it would imprint more,
Mm.
right? Like there would be explosion powers now within All for One or One for All and a Bakugo vestige, but if it's only like a very brief transfer, yeah, I understand that wouldn't be the case. But in Deku's case, he's had it for almost a year at this point, I would say.
He said 2 years.
That just further cements my point, I think,
Yeah.
that he should have a vestige.
Which made me go, has it really been 2 years in the anime? Because I thought they were saying at the beginning of this arc, you can't move on to the next year because, like, this is too crazy going on right now and
Hmm.
everybody stays where they are. So maybe it's been more like 13, 14 months, but like 2 full years, I don't buy it.
I mean, unless you're going to count the movies as canon, maybe. But even
Maybe.
then,
So
right? My
everybody,
point. I feel like my point still stands about the whole vestige thing, though. Like a year is still enough time, I would assume.
I am going to totally agree with you on that.
So yeah, everyone's here. We saw people cheering on and some background as to how people are suddenly here in the portals. Like Todoroki and his dad.
And
President Mike's here.
Kurogiri is disintegrating for some reason.
I don't know. I saw that scene and it looks like his head is starting to fall off his body, and I'm just like, oh, that's why he can't help Deku. He's literally falling apart.
Yeah, and Deku is about to be blasted by a huge laser, and he's saved by Shizuka Joestar.
Shizuka Joestar jumps in there and uses her magic invisibility powers to fucking save the day.
She is still best girl, and I'm honestly surprised she's been visible throughout like these past few episodes.
I'm wondering if that's a permanent change now or not to her. Like, interacting with Aoyama's fucking belly laser is a permanent change to how her body works.
So she can control invisibility now, would you say?
I don't know if that's the case or not. Like, it
Oh.
might have altered the quirk in general. Like, her
Oh.
body is supposed to have some kind of weird makeup to it that allows her to be invisible, and maybe that laser specifically changed something about it. Because,
Oh.
like, prior to that, I don't think she's ever done any, like, light reflecting bullshit prior to this season. Not that I'm remembering anyway, unless it was in the movies.
She may have done something about light manipulation during the trader arc.
Maybe, but I don't remember it.
Okay.
I don't remember her doing anything. That's the problem.
Because you hate her so much.
She just didn't do anything.
That
She was
you
a
know of.
character who was literally invisible in the background.
She discovered the
What
traitor.
did you want?
She discovered the traitor.
Yeah, until that moment, she had done nothing.
That you know of.
An invisible background character who had done nothing.
That you know of.
That even fucking our creator even knows of because he doesn't state it or show us.
She's been in the background the entire time.
She has been flashing everyone. She just took off her gloves and boots.
She's Blendin Brandon.
Blendin Blandon.
Yes, that was his name.
Yes, uses her time tape measure to fucking travel around.
She's been in the background of every scene, but you don't know it.
That's because it's easy to put her in there because you can't. You just didn't draw her. You just say, she took off her gloves and boots. I didn't have to draw a thing, but she's there.
And Momo.
Deku was training with All Might right in the beginning. You just didn't see her. I don't know what you want.
Everybody is shielding Deku since he's the only one strong enough to deal enough damage to All for One.
Yep, apparently, yep. He's the only one that can do, like, any significant amount of damage. Or at least they hope. Because I don't think they realize that he doesn't have his quirk anymore. The only one that knows is fucking Eraserhead.
And there's a bunch of team attacks, like Momo and Denki's railgun, Floppy and Tentacles, transferring Deku.
Yeah, they're clearing the way and helping speed him along to get closer to the main body.
President Mike has a sound blast.
Meanwhile, you have fucking All for One just hurling giant, weird CG metallic tentacles at people.
That was just so weird that, like, the tentacles were CG for some reason.
I get why, because it'll be hard and time-consuming to animate, but it doesn't blend in well. It's like when we had Shigaraki's hands and shit. Speaking of which, I'm surprised that that's not a thing that All for One is using here. Like, that's not Decay. If the idea that Decay is gone, that's something else. Instead, he's using the weird metal tentacles. But yeah, everyone's like pushing them forward, moving them forward. I think we see that girl at one point that Shoji has like the background with that we saw last season. Like, she's in the shelter as well, cheering Shoji on. Yeah, it is, because she's got like the little octopus necklace I think that he gave her or something.
Everybody's saying, "Do your best, Deku!"
Do your best, even if it's not good enough. Do your best. I'm sorry. I know that's the best translation we have for the term gambatero. I forget on the exact pronunciation. But like, yeah, that is not the best term for this scene. But yeah, we're pushing forward. All for One's like, I'm realizing it now. Everyone's inspired by your weakness. I need to kill you. It's like, haven't you been trying to do that this entire time? Come on.
Yeah, come on, All for One. Try harder.
This is the goal the entire time, was it not?
Why aren't these carcasses dying?
We also get a flash to All Might, who apparently must have at some point reactivated the ejection seats inside of all of the B-2 bombers that were from Star Squad, even though they had initially planned to die in the attempt to stop All for One and slash Shigaraki. Don't know when he had time to do that, but I guess he did it. To sneakily do that.
And we see Uraraka saying like, Deku, you still fighting? Oh, Deku, do your best. And she's like sobbing.
Well, I mean, tears are coming out because she's like probably also in pain. I'm not sure which is this one is. I don't know if it's the pain or if it's also the emotions. Probably both.
Yes, both. Let's go with both.
We also got again, this is I think where we see all of what I think are like movie characters in different places being like, yeah, keep going, yeah. Apparently the American president in this is like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, send people over to Japan anyway. It'll just take them, I don't know how long to get there, but send them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, unless
they have a long range Kurogiri.
Yes, or unless like somebody has like hypersonic speed, how can they get over there in like 10 minutes?
Yeah, because I think it took Star at least a few hours.
Yeah, because our flight to Japan was like 13 to 14 hours
from the not edges of the East Coast, I would say. Like probably we were in line with Ohio, I want to say.
I think we took out off from Canada. We were in Toronto.
Is that around? No, that's more still in like central PA-ish, isn't it? Like in line there.
I am not 100% sure.
Let me see here. World map. You know what? Actually, you know what? Here, Toronto. Let me just look for Toronto. Toronto, Canada.
We're Americans. We don't know Canada.
We dumb.
Dumb as
hell. It is... Oh, it's just above Niagara. Okay. It's on the other side of Ontario from Niagara, basically. So, Western PA. So, yeah, going from there to there, take your guess. I would assume that a flight across the Pacific is about 4 hours, generally. Let me see. Let me see quick. How long is a flight from... I'm looking for, let's just say California. Yeah, you got California to Japan. It's still 11 and a half to 12 and a half hours for a nonstop flight.
Oh, God.
That's long.
Oh, God.
I was expecting it to be 4. It is. All right, cool. The Pacific is way bigger than I thought it was. I thought a decent chunk of our trip was just getting across the U.S. No, I was so fucking wrong. Then again, I'm living off of a memory from fucking, like, what?
Almost 2 years ago
now? Yeah, 2.5 years ago now. So, yeah. I don't know how they're getting there that fast. Not sure how you're doing that, guys.
Yeah.
So, without some kind of portal or, like, hypersonic speeds.
So Deku smashes All for One, and, it's not very effective because, somehow All for One has so many wires holding himself together?
I think it's that drill quirk we've seen before.
Okay.
I think he uses, like, the drills spawning out of his body to fucking force himself to stop disintegrating.
Into, like, the freakiest way possible?
Look, whatever works. But, again, I don't think it should have been this easy. This feels way too easy for what we're going up against. We're going up against the fucking Demon Lord in a body that should be damn near perfect.
He's not a Demon Lord. He's just a lonely man.
Just a lonely old man that we should pity, and feel bad for, who just manipulated and murdered and fucked with everyone.
Deku,
yeah.
just shut up. Shut up, Deku. This isn't, like, time for your, like, everybody can turn around.
If you were going to have this, I would not have it in the middle of this fucking fight. This would be a retrospective thing during the epilogue. This is not a middle of the we're taking down the fucking monster who has for goddamn generations and decades destroyed people's lives.
There's some good within him. I know it. Deku, shut up. Shut up, Deku. Shut up, Deku.
I know we still kill the big bad, but at the same time, I'm sitting here like, you're not going to talk no jutsu this. Don't do a Naruto. This is what people hated about Naruto. You forgave the guy who did horrible things to people. Horrible things and never fucking paid for it. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Don't do this. Ugh.
Like, okay, that's just one part that I was just a little bit mad at Deku. When he says, you're just a lonely man, I'm like, okay, he may be, but that doesn't forgive every horrible thing he did for, like,
Well, like, he has an obsession with his brother, right? But even when he had his brother, he was still fucking with everyone.
he killed Luminescent Baby.
For what? Yeah, for what? For what reason did he kill the baby?
Oh, he had a quirk before us. No, he had a quirk after us, but we aren't recognized.
He was getting too much attention. I didn't like it, is what it really came down to. So yeah, then all of a sudden, we cut to Kurogiri, for some reason, is back in control of himself. And he tries to teleport over to, or in between, Deku and All for One.
I must protect Tomura Shigaraki.
Yeah, the programming's still in there. The my brainwashing shit, and beg for him to come back. I don't know what the point of this was because it ultimately does nothing.
Now,
and I don't know if Gary dies here. Like, does he get punched through by Deku? I don't know.
I don't know, but if Kurogiri would have said, Tomura, snap out of it, or tried to talk to Tomura, and All for One is like, you foolish vessel, like, Tomura isn't here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, that would have been interesting. I wonder how Kurogiri would have reacted to know that Tomura isn't there.
So it looks like he might die, or maybe he portaled himself away. I'm not sure. I see pieces of him as Deku shows up through here with Bakugo, who just randomly shows up now and is conscious again.
Yeah, I was like, how is Bakugo still conscious?
How is he alive right now? This should literally kill him. How did he get here this fast? I know exactly where they were.
Yeah?
One, he'd have to have been watching the video, been conscious and watching the video to even have an idea, and then two, to fucking blast his way from wherever the fuck he was in a hospital, I think they said, to here.
Deku, so you will never surpass me.
Yeah, I can't let him get one over on me, apparently.
Bakugo, you are still like... I don't even know where I'm going with this thought, but like you're always like so tsundere towards Deku until the end.
Yeah, feels like it. So we get a little inner moment where apparently the first punch that Deku gave him reawakened the vestiges a bit, enough to start putting up another struggle against the internal All for One.
Because apparently Deku managed to keep like 0.01% of the vestiges.
I guess that's the idea, yeah.
Somehow?
Like he adjusted the power or something is what he said. I don't know. Just enough like that the vestiges wouldn't... The way I took it was that when he launched them at All for One and Shigaraki, he left it so that it wouldn't completely destroy them on impact with the shell or whatever Shigaraki had around himself. Mm-hmm. So that way they would still be like a little bit around or alive. It would make sense then that All for One didn't sense them because they're just like tiny little pieces of the original vestiges left. But yeah, we have the vestiges awaken as well as Shigaraki all coming in to deliver the punch to both inner and outer All for One. Cool. They were there, But at the same time, I feel like they should have been roused fully and like have a full on struggle rather than just a oh we're gonna throw a punch with everyone situation.
Mm,
Like there should have been an internal struggle slash rejection of All for One. And we didn't get that.
would you have wanted, like, Tomoya to personally reject him?
I mean, it is his body. That would be something I would think, especially given the revelation that his whole fucking life had been twisted by this person, that yes, it should have been a full on rejection. A final thing to say, I am my own person.
And then Shigaraki, like, accepting defeat? Or what?
I mean, my assumption would be that at the very least, if he did survive, it would be in a weakened state, but one where he could still, do some kind of reparations with the quirks he has to fix things, or he would die accepting that he'd finally done the one thing he could do as his own person, which was kill the guy who fucked with his life from the very beginning.
That would have been better.
Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't it? This like cold acceptance of just like, yep, I live my life the way I wanted to is some bullshit. So yeah, then we have our lovely little thumbnail here of these two talking in the fucking like ether space. Also, I would like to point out, right?
Uh-huh.
I would like to point out I get points here because Shigaraki mentions that Shimura was protecting him from disappearing. I would like points. You okay over there? You've gone pretty.
I'm just opening the drawer to get out points for you. There.
The point text has arrived.
I'm just like throwing it in your. Wait. I don't even know what direction I should be facing right now. To like throw it towards you. Okay.
just throw it at the screen. It'll come through that way.
Okay, I'm doing that now.
Yep. The number's going up. I feel it. I like it.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Kurogiri dies here. And he's like, yep, I was able to retrieve my body back from Master, but I'm dying here. Tell Spinner, I was destroying shit till the very end.
Yep.
Also, interesting. We cut back here for a second, and like we're seeing Shigaraki, shirtless, like he was kind of during the start of this fight, more or less, right? And then all of a sudden we cut to him and he's got like a shirt on again, like he looked before his body was fucking tweaked out. I don't know where he got the shirt or why he has it. Also, his hair's short again, like he looks like he used to.
Maybe that's supposed to be symbolic of him becoming himself again.
Maybe, but like he was never himself by the logic that All for One has put forward.
Damn, that's right.
Yeah. If nothing else, if that was what we were going for, he should have been Little Tenko again before the quirk manifested at minimum. Also funny that he only has words for Spinner and no one else. Because there are other members that are still alive.
Does he know Toga died?
I don't know. I don't know if he realizes Toga died. I don't know if he knows the Compress is still alive. I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly. I don't think he died. I know Spinner's alive. I'm fairly certain Compress is still alive. So at least very minimum, those two are alive. We know Twice died. We know Toga died.
Dobby
Whether or not he
may be dying?
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, big rainbow beam in the sky from the punch. I'm assuming that there's no more embers left, even though we didn't see that, disappearing. But hey, that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, and like we stated earlier, the next one is going to be about Todoroki.
It
Uh,
seems like that's going to be the main thing, is like putting a close on Todoroki's situation with his family and Dobby and all that, I'm assuming. There's a little bit of like class stuff and a little bit of like Deku and All Might in the same hospital room.
um, my thought is that for the majority of this series, we have three chapters per episode. I'm guessing, even though that will be the focal point of the episode, it may not encompass the whole episode. It may only be like 8 minutes of the 24-minute run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much is Todoroki and how much will be like the rest of it, because we've seen it before where they've like named an episode after the last fucking 4 minutes of what is in it. So who knows?
Yeah, because like I don't know how they pick what chapter title to use as the episode title because like I know it was only a few times when they either came up with a original title or used something different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Oh, this
Yeah, I
series
was
is wrapping up.
still disappointed by this ending. There were so many better ways this could have gone. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to do an ending, and this, well, not the ending. It is the ending of a fight of the bit with the biggest bad, and there were better ways to do this. There were nagging pieces that they kind of didn't take advantage of. The Deku vestige being like a big one to me. Of like he should have been in there in a similar form as All Might. Like with that, I'm not dead, but I've got this weird, wispiness to me in there.
Were you expecting Deku to give up one for all, or were you spoiled about that?
I was absolutely spoiled that by the end of the series he's quirkless again.
Oh, okay, because
That
it.
part I was spoiled on. I didn't
Mm,
know how it happened, but I was aware that he loses it.
okay, because I was a little bit surprised to find out, like, that was the
The
plan.
solution. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, but wait, what will that mean going forward? And
Hmm.
what if this plan fails?
Hmm. Also, I'm also not very certain why super regeneration stopped working. Like
Yeah,
that makes sense to me. I don't know. The way it's explained doesn't, I don't
uh,
understand it. Like it
yeah.
feels like I get Shigaraki's body is kind of being taxed at this point, and I know it was technically incomplete, but that shouldn't have stopped the quirk from working.
And there's
And if the excuse is like, oh well, the body can't keep up with all of the, one for all bullshit, and I'm like, then that doesn't make sense to me either because that doesn't work that way.
and All for One is slowly losing his molecular structure because One for All is tearing it apart because his body isn't ready for it somehow.
All the fucking bioengineering that was done to it, yeah, it seems real strange that it wasn't ready for it.
Ah.
I realize it was like when he escaped the hospital and they got there, it wasn't fully finished. It was like I think 2% off of being finished. But I would have thought that one of the main things they would have done from the very start was make sure the body was reinforced to handle all the quirks.
So that 2% was a Chekhov's gun that something would fail.
I mean, it was definitely a lingering thing in the background of like the body didn't get finished. It was too early. But it was only by such a minor amount, it's hard to say where that was. And they don't really explain what specifically would have happened or what was missed that would have changed this, or even if that specifically is the reason it fell apart. It's just a nagging leftover that isn't really addressed. How long ago was it mentioned that, oh yeah, he was let out of there early and it wasn't finished? Like,
Season
when was the last time that was
5?
mentioned? Because it was a long ass time ago, and I'm pretty sure if that was actually pertinent, they would have drawn attention to it here at the end of the fight.
Yeah, but we would really love to hear what you have to say about this in the comments.
Are you just as disappointed as I am and think it would have been, they could have done it a lot better? Because this is a bad ending to a fight for me. This feels bad.
And I am guessing. No, I do know we have 7 chapters left, including the Tankobon exclusive ending that was an extended length. So I'm guessing it's going to be 3, 3, and bonus.
We'll see if it is just 11 episodes like it's theorized to be. We'll know. We'll see.
Yeah. So besides commenting, hey, give this video a like. Hey, subscribe to our channel. We would appreciate it.
If you don't, you're cowards. And it will haunt you in your sleep knowing that you are cowards, that clicking that button was just too hard for you, and you were too scared to do it.
I'm trying to make a all for one reference, like you're a pathetic cockroach if you don't click it, but that's just a little bit too cruel.
I don't know, we're podcasting to corpses, I guess, that can barely move.
That's just one thing I did not like about All for One's superiority, that like everybody else is a corpse compared to him.
I mean, considering what you're working with at that point, I mean, what other comparison is there?
Yeah, because he can take away quirks, he can give quirks,
He's literally so powerful at this point, it should be damn near impossible for anything to stand even close to him.
but somehow Deku did!
And yet, somehow,
So come back with us next week when we will probably be less angry.
we'll see.